Molly.
Hey, Explorer Jane, how are you?
Good. What are you reading?
Oh, I'm reading this great book. It's called The Keeper of Wild Words, and it's written by Brooke Smith, and it's illustrated by Madeline Kloepper. And it's a great story about a girl named Brooke who needs her grandmother Mimi's help to find something cool for show and tell. But along the way, they go on an adventure to find a list of wild words.
Hey, should we read it with the Kinni Explorers?
Yeah, what do you think, Explorers? Do you want to hear the book? Awesome. Let's read it. At the end of a long cinder lane surrounded by meadows and pine trees and sky that wrapped around and back again, Brooke ran up to her grandmother's door, swung it open, and she belonged. "Mimi, I'm here."
Brooke called her grandmother Mimi. She wasn't just a grandmother, she was a grand friend. Mimi had been waiting. She'd been sitting at her desk all day, distracted by a hummingbird, a wasp's nest, a red-tailed hawk hovering overhead. Mimi was a writer. She wove words into everything that mattered.
Brooke was so excited to be visiting. She needed Mimi's help. Tomorrow was the first day of school, and Brooke had nothing for show and tell. Her summer had been wonderful, but she didn't have one special thing to share that her friends would always remember.
But today, Mimi needed Brooke's help too. She had something important to ask her. "I'm afraid some of my favorite words are disappearing. Some of the wild words that I've known and loved my whole life."
How do words disappear? Brooke wondered. Words disappear if we don't share them when we talk, if we don't write them in our stories, if we don't read them in our books. If we don't use words, they can be forgotten, and if they're forgotten, they disappear.
"I need someone to keep them safe," she continued, "to help remember. I need you to be my keeper, the keeper of wild words." "Can I wear a crown?" Brooke asked. "No," Mimi laughed. "The keeper doesn't need a crown. She just needs to keep her eyes wide open and be ready to see and hear and feel all the wild words. That way, she'll always remember them."
Look! Acorn, apricot, beaver, blackberry, buttercup, dandelion, doe, drake, fern, lavender, minnow, mint, monarch, poppy, porcupine, starling, violet, willow, and wren. From sunup to sundown, we'll walk and run and walk again, sit and wait, listen and touch, until we find every word on the list, said Mimi. Or every word on the list finds us.
"I'm ready," said Brooke, and they were off. And sure enough, as soon as they stepped into the morning, wild words were waiting. A wren sang a good morning song, a little brown bird with a voice like an angel, sitting up high, looking down, just waiting to say hello to the world.
Bunches of violets spread underfoot. Sweet perfume filled the air, almost making Brooke dizzy. Their little purple faces smiled, inviting the day to begin. Poppies in the corner of the yard suddenly popped open, paper petals reaching to the sun. That was a great book.
I love that story.
Hey, Explorer Jane, I have a list of wild words here. Should we go on a hunt to try to find them?
Let's see if we can find them.
Come with us, Explorers. Let's go. Hey, Kinni Explorers, here's our list of wild words that we want to find. Let's read them together.
Black-eyed Susan.
Stream.
Bluebird.
Bumblebee.
Let's go. Explorer Molly, we found our first wild word, a black-eyed Susan.
That's awesome. Let's cross it off the list. Should we keep exploring?
Let's go.
Come on, Explorers.
Look, Explorer Molly, we found a bumblebee.
Awesome, Explorer Jane. I'll cross it off the list.
Hey, look, it's a bluebird.
That's awesome, Explorer Jane. Good eye.
Wasn't that on our list?
It was. Do you want to cross this one off?
All right, only one left.
We can do it, Explorers. Let's go. The last word is stream. Look, explorers, we found the last word on our wild word list.
Yeah, we found a stream.
Let's cross it off. Thanks so much for coming with us today. That was so much fun looking for the wild words after reading the book together.
Explorers, you can get outside and find wild words of your own.
Make a list before you go outside. Who knows what you might see? Kinni Explorers, what was your favorite thing that we saw? Yeah, we like that one too.
Thanks for joining along with us on this scavenger hunt. And Kinni Explorers,
Keep exploring!